Hey everybody, this is Todd. Well, Linda and Bob. Here's the inspection I was going to go over with you, and I just I'll send you the. So we got the inspection. You click on this link. The password's Linda, and then also you have your receipt for your title. That'll be down here at the bottom, and then wiring instructions. And if you want to mail a check, they can send you a FedEx form to mail a check. But I just skipped down to the general summary. It's a little easier instead of reading a book. So the inspection isn't bad at all. It's all pretty common stuff. Luckily, this guy that's selling the house, that's what they do. They remodel houses and fix stuff like this. So there's a lot of stuff we can ask them to fix, pick and choose our battles. These right here are called pop-outs. These are really common, probably on 90% of houses. Maybe in California too. They usually pop out on the corners about within a year of when the house is built. It doesn't have really anything to do with the structure. You can fix it with concrete or in epoxy. I can fix that if needed. Honeycombing, I mean, this is just from rain and stuff. It doesn't really mean anything. Graining and drainage. I don't know what this was for. Something we can ask them about. This is just because the dirt's kind of up over the foundation, and I guess it's kind of a low spot. He covers a lot of stuff that is kind of irrelevant. This is all roof stuff. The roof's going to be replaced. They'll reseal that stuff. And the flashing. Okay, so there was separation in the rafters. We can ask about that. They just need some braces and some more support. They were using a light plugged into that's their attic light, and it's just plugged into a socket. I don't know if that's a big deal to you guys. It could be a fire hazard. Whoops. Yeah, that could be repaired when they do the roof. It's just something, or that it's just the sheathing's loose. Oh, yeah, this little metal piece. Not a huge deal. The attic stairway is miscut. That's definitely not a big deal, but maybe it is to you. It's not really gonna. Cracks. It can definitely be the foundation. It can definitely be the frame and the structure just settling. Needs grout on the backsplash. There's a laundry room. There's just a couple cracked boards up in the cabinet. There's a hole in the wall and another little hole in the master bathroom closet. Needs caulking and grout. I'm sure this guy can do that. If not, I can do it pretty easy. These are the cracks in the walls. That needs to be sealed with, there's like a wall crack silicone. And this needs to be sealed. sealed. I actually have a tool that you can hire a structural engineer. I've watched many of them, what they do. I have the same tools they do, and they don't do like a whole lot. They basically, this needs to be sealed. They put a little digital thing in the center of the house, and then they put one in every corner of the house, and it reads the slopage and things like that. And then they walk around and open and close doors and see if they close right, things like that. There's a crack in the ceiling. I remember, I think we showed you that. They did a really bad job of fixing that ceiling. Now there's a hole in the roof of the closet. That's the front door, I think. Patio door. Needs a new weather strip. I guess there's an air gap at the patio door. That's definitely from shifting. I think it's loamy soil, and it's supposed to have good drainage, but I don't. Bob said he knew what kind of soil it was. From what I saw, it was a loamy soil. Front entrance, a little damage. It says this door stopper's not doing anything, basically. No reason to put that on there. The gate, the lock doesn't work. They have they have this up at the top for it to stay together. Bedroom, I guess this lock doesn't work. They can usually be replaced unless the window's just really far off. Just window in the living room doesn't stay open. That's usually the springs and things that hold it up. Of course, the glass in the living room, which they were very honest about that. A lot of people try to cover things like that up. The window in the kitchen are stuck or painted shut. We can check that out or have them check it out. Need some caulking and sealing in the window and right here on the inside. There's some soot buildup in the chimney. I don't know if that's a huge deal to you guys. It's a pretty old house. May need a chimney sweep. Some small repairs in the chimney, in the fireplace. That he could probably do that. That's something they'll do when they'll replace all the flashing and everything. He's recommending to seal the cracks with that. Probably that it's like a pool caulk type stuff. There's just an opening right there. Doesn't meet today's standards. Yeah, there's a couple openings right there. These are all neutral wires, and they're kind of just piled up in there. But everything seems to be working in the house. They can always replace that. It's a different brand, which I don't know why that would be a big deal, but I'm sure they replaced them with the same type. We'd have to look into that. This needs one of those plugs that has a little reset button and things on it, you know, to circuit breaker type. That's missing a screw. That's a huge deal. If you want your old telephone landline to work. It says the ground's not properly connected. They could look into that. Spliced electric wires. Yeah, that should be in a box, a junction box. Light's missing a cover in the closet. Loose light cover in the game room. Loose outlet on the patio. Insufficient number of smoke alarms. It's saying this needs to be at a 90-degree angle over here. It's close to it. I don't think that's a big deal at all, but some people might. This is the old looking AC. He said the motor's been replaced in there and there's new parts. The grill's all worn out and this part is sagging. It's kind of sagging downward right here. That can be propped up if you want it to be. Filter's dirty. Needs new insulation on refrigerant lines. There's not a red and a blue. It's kind of stupid. I don't think you really need this anti-siphon backflow that goes out here on the tip, unless you really want it. Dirt in the water meter. This is leaking when you pull it for the shower. There's a seal in there that you could just replace the whole thing, or there's no plug for the bathtub or for that drainage stoppers. Those are things, you can't just ask for everything to be done, like small things like that, unless you really want them to, but that's something you would just ask for a little money for, maybe. Caulk around here and around there. Commode's a little loose. Should probably be tightened. If it can't be tightened, then you probably have to replace those studs down there. Water valve is loose in the master. Let's see if they can repair that or replace it. It is an older water heater. Let's see, what does it say? Does that say the manufacturer date? I don't think that's the manufacturer date. But yeah, they should all pretty much always have a pan right there. But you can always look and tell if it's been, oops. Jeez. Tell if it's been leaking. Jeez. Okay. You can always tell if it's been leaking from down there, but it's an old water heater. You could probably use a new one. We'd need to check and make sure this is an inch from everything around it. the gas. It gets hot. Those are usually triple layered. Full of lint. The dryer vent. That can be maintenance. Not properly labeled. I guess the wiring isn't properly labeled. And one of the sprinklers is leaking at the bottom. I guess it's building up water. Freeze, rain, moisture. And I guess that's it. Let me know if you have any questions. I honestly don't think there's anything huge in this. I can go check the foundation and see if the house is sloping in any direction. Usually if one side's sloping in one direction and one side's sloping the other, you can tell there's just probably a huge crack down the middle, and it's going two different directions. And you definitely don't want a big crack under there. It can trap radon gas and be kind of dangerous. So, thank you. Hope you guys have a good rest of the trip. I can't believe you guys are gone for that long. Save some money for the house. Have a good one.